See as he extends through that second pull to the hip, that bar gets pulled into the hip as well. It's a big mistake with a lot of athletes new to weightlifting, is that bar stays too far out in front of your center of mass, and then we essentially get two pieces of a movement when we really want that nice fluid, congruent floor to receiving position.
I wake up, flex, thumb down, that check, no drip.
What's going on, everybody? It's Coach Ty here with Project Pure Athlete, and we're back with another reaction, and I thought I'd mix it up today. We're gonna get a little creative and react to Garage Training with Matt Fraser, the fittest man on earth. This is a vlog from Team Richey, and I won't lie, I do watch Team Richey every now and then, so I'm very familiar with these vlogs. They're a lot of fun, but I thought it'd be really interesting, a little bit new to dive into something along these lines and take a peek into the life, or at least a snapshot of a day of the world's fittest man. And I'm familiar with the world of CrossFit. I'm not an expert in this field by any means, but I am a performance coach and vertical jump expert, so I definitely think that I can give my insight into this world. So let's have some fun with it. Without further ado, hey, if you like this content, make sure you drop a comment, like, subscribe, all the stuff that you do, the trappings of YouTube. Become a part of the cult. Team? Let's get it. Team Richey, Garage Training with Matt Fraser. What you know about it? 3, 2, 1, ba-bam! Let's get some of this pre-workout in.
Jasmine's been in America for a week. Looks like she's just come off Step Up.
Hit him with that beatbox, Craig. Let's go. And I will say they're always spot on. They do a great job with the camera work. Edits are always fun as well, so much appreciated. Matty Frage, this guy here is an absolute unit. A wonder to watch. And especially I think now we are five-time fittest man on earth. And you can see why. This is, I mean, we'll get an insight in here, but this is a special human. Facts. Some weightlifting prep. Getting through those ranges of motion, opening up all of the joints, getting those tissues nice and supple.
Morning, afternoon.
Yeah.
Can I just say something? Good on you, Matt. Repping for the back hair, repping for that shoulder hair. I've always been self-conscious of it throughout my life, but you're doing something for the hairy folk among us.
I just had breakfast, so does that count as morning?
Breakfast is the only meal you can eat all day.
Facts.
I've been crushing a lot of breakfast.
Big facts.
It's been good.
What are you starting off with?
You got those clean and jerk complexes, so 1 power clean, 1 hang squat clean, 1 power jerk. Not too heavy, but every 2 minutes.
Says not too heavy.
Get used to the pattern.
Not too heavy for aliens, but the average person, your max.
In training, like it's just so early in the season, so we're just kind of building up a good base.
Although Craig is strong as shit, powerful athlete, so he'd probably be able to handle some of it as well. And Jas, I see you getting stronger. Don't hide away. I see you doing your thing. How'd a girl?
Because I leave on Wednesday, like I leave in 4 days for a competition, so it's like, all right, I should do a couple lifts.
Just a few.
Such a good mover. Look at that safe.
Little space he has to work with.
That's safe. That must have,
If you want to be the best lifter,
doesn't he have a ton of guns?
I had one person like what do you do if you walk away with a snack? I'm like, well, if you're walking with a snack, you're doing it wrong anyway. So don't do it wrong.
Is it a bank fault? I feel like if someone's gonna rob a bank, you probably want Matt Fraser on your squad. He just won't quit. And I think what's important to remember here is athletes, no matter if you're a CrossFitter or not, you're a general athlete, is you can learn a lot from the ethic of an athlete like Matt Fraser. Now, he's at the kind of upper echelon of extreme in terms of volume and frequency, but consistency pays off.
Like high school football weight room, like just bumping that like early 2000s rap.
That's it.
And I'd say like 90% of the time I'm calm, cool, collected, and then
Get that Luda.
like the clean ladder of the game.
Move. Get out the way.
I'm like getting ready to run through a wall and like getting hyped. I'm out here by myself screaming. It's a good time.
I was like, are you cool and calm and collected when you're in here and like just chilled with the music, or do you have it thumping?
Also, here's a perfect example of my playlist. This is one song. And then there was Lil Wayne, the song before.
There we go. Got good taste. Wheezy.
And then Post Malone.
We're gonna go see him.
Wheezy. Look at that apple, man. Got a little junk in that trunk.
We're at
Phoenix. He's
Squats.
coming to Nashville.
Yeah, Nashville like March, right?
Yeah, you need to reach out to him.
There's definitely a good amount of music that I'm
Now, from what I understand too, Matt Fraser is a former national level weightlifter, transitioned into CrossFit as well. And I think that puts him at a unique advantage, especially early on in his career, where he's able to really move with high efficiency. So someone that is building their overall capacity is able to do that at a higher rate because they're efficient. So the amount of work they're able to get done volume-wise because they're not sacrificing that efficiency is high. So
like, okay, like I see why people like it, but it's not my favorite. I'd say the biggest reason I'm a fan of him is he just does what he thinks is cool. Yeah. Like he'll just dress up in some outfit and you're like, what the f are you wearing? And he's just like he owns it, and I'm like, that's awesome. Like that confidence. I think that's something that like people don't portray anymore. Yeah. Like to the youth of like, if you think like march to your own drum, you know.
see as he extends through that second pull to the hip, that bar gets pulled into the hip as well. It's a big mistake with a lot of athletes new to weightlifting, is that bar stays too far out in front of your center of mass, and then we essentially get two pieces of a movement when we really want that nice fluid, congruent floor to receiving position. Beautiful. He's like, just moving like lightweight. It's what, 295? Yeah, playing around with 3 bills. It's like my max clean. And for a little bit of context, you're like, you're a coach or a performance specialist or whatever, like, what do you know about athletics? And so I was involved in sports my whole life, national level track and field athlete for Team Canada. I was a professional dunker, traveled the world jumping at a 48-inch vertical in my prime, very explosive, volleyball. And then I got obviously into coaching about 17 years ago and have been helping people try to achieve their dreams for a long time. And CrossFit was along my way as well. Actually got my level 1 certification just to kind of learn about the philosophy so that I could speak with confidence when people came to me. I hate people that are just ignorant about CrossFit and talk about how it's garbage and this, that, and the other thing, when at the end of the day, they're just uneducated. I think I saw that idiot Jillian Michaels talking crap about CrossFit when she's bouncing around on top of a Bosu ball with bands and shit like a dum-dum. I'm getting a workout in after this. You're probably wondering what I'm doing.
I remember seeing it and it just like, it put my thoughts into words that I couldn't think of on my own. And I saw it, I was like, oh shit.
Matt is such a weightlifter. Just the bench on the platform sitting in between his sets, it's beautiful. Ah, just moves so well. Look at that front rack too, just big shelf. Really, really nice supple lats, good scapular mobility.
It's the heaviest I've lifted.
Love it.
Heaviest I've power cleaned in 3-4 years. That last one got a little wonky, but I'm not too concerned about it.
There we go. Mount Trapezius over here. There we go. Look at the intent out of the bottom. A lot of our athletes talk about, how do I make gains with in the gym with moving weight, especially from an explosive standpoint, is no matter what you're doing, if you're moving with explosive intent out of the bottom, exhibiting high amount of force, you'll make improvements. So,
Well, like, I was so lopsided after getting like all that hard work put in that like, I remember seeing a videotape myself squatting, and it was literally like 12-inch difference from side to side, and I felt like I was square. And it's like, it was just because of like the stuff in my back, then it affected my hip, and then my knee. So just to kind of like keep an eye on it and make sure I'm staying symmetrical, because I know I can get lopsided so quickly.
That's why he's looking in the mirror. I missed it. It's the best quote I think I've ever heard.
There's no better motivation than being inspired by yourself.
Yeah.
Like when I do like my spin bike
Bars.
bike workouts, I put the bike right here, I stare at myself in the mirror.
I do that all the time.
You see yourself quitting, and you go, come on, like you
You can't see this, but over top, so in the gym here, over top of my platform on the wall is pain is temporary, but quitting is forever. And I stare at that, when I'm in something where, you want to step away, it's challenging, little conditioning work.
look weak.
Beautiful.
Pick it up. Or you see yourself, and you're like, yeah, I'm a beast. Let's go.
Yeah.
Be your own superhero.
There we
I
go.
want to try it.
I feel like I could hang out with Matt. I feel like him and I would get along.
In bed sharing in the garage.
I'm saying he has access to your Spotify account.
Yeah.
Similar mentalities towards things. Now that being said, he's the fittest man in the world.
James, oh, did you hear that new song? I love it.
But the mentality. Craig, these camera skills, buddy. Look at you. Really, really great to see you guys doing so well. Fun fact, side note, back in the first year the games were in Madison, Wisconsin, Craig actually was looking for a place to stay there. Him and Jas were coming in, and I'd reached out because we were renting a house and we actually had space. But the people I went with, unfortunately, I don't know what the hell they were thinking, but they didn't want the vlog in the house because they were, I don't know what it was, but I reached out and I'm like, listen, stay with us. I don't know if he remembers this or if he'll ever see this video, but we had some conversations back and forth, and he was going to stay with us. And I was excited to meet Craig and Jas and kind of pick his brain with the world of YouTube and content creation. But those people we were with were, I don't know what they were thinking, man. I don't.
And it was Henshaw that kind of brought that to my attention.
Strong.
Before every running workout, he'd be like, all right, like, this is the intent of this. You see so many people
Intent.
put in that volume, like just workout after workout, like all day long. And it's like, you're not hitting anything with a purpose. Like, what are you looking to gain from this? What are you focusing on? What are you getting better at, you know? So even the days where it's like, you feel like sludge and you just don't want to go, it's all right, I'm going to make a new purpose, you know? Like,
Beautiful.
goal isn't to like get a PR now. All right, I want to go unbroken, or I want to, you just pick a new goal, make a purpose. Yeah, I don't know.
Smart.
I might
That's a world-class attitude right there.
break. Yeah. Just like have a coffee and a snack. Because like after those clean jerks and the squats, my legs are probably gonna be like proper. Yeah. Yeah.
I love how he's just casually accumulating this volume when us watching here would do this and likely be buried. Ads.
So you never have to slow down at work.
Gotta pay the Richey.
On top of email.
What's in Sam's fridge?
Oh, and this is Matt's wife or fiance,
Right now is
Sammy. I think she's also she cooks. If I'm not mistaken, a pretty badass little CrossFitter herself too. I feel like I've seen some video.
And we've got
Oh, those are really nice Tupperware, actually. My wife would love those. She's a nutritionist and she's all about green.
On this vlog, we need to give you credit for running a half marathon faster than 2 hours.
I thought you were talking about for food. I was like, yeah, thanks.
There we go. Respect.
That was awesome. That was a big deal. I was going very fast. A lot faster than I had planned.
She doesn't look very tall either, so that's a lot of leg speed there.
But I just wanted to be done, you know? Like by the end of it, you're just like, oh, so close. And I ran around town, so it was like the end was home.
We were talking to Sammy the other day, and she went 1 minute quicker per mile than she was supposed to.
Oops.
Oh, have you now signed the deal?
Apparently, verbally agreed. Apparently, we're gonna do the gauntlet. Oh, no, not the gauntlet. I'm sorry.
Team of 3 at West Coast Classic.
I'm already petrified. That's the training to do.
For the whole marathon. I've not trained in 2 days. I had to run for like 22 minutes the other day, and
It's been a rough morning this morning. Did some weightlifting, followed by some back squats and front squats. So I'm just being refueled.
Look at that. What is it, Starbucks?
Really rough morning, you see, so he's really keeping me going.
Matt's got that barista life going on.
Who wants one? We need 900.
What I can do is just wall walls, and I was like, no chance. And we were on an airplane. We got off the airplane, drove straight to across the gym with our suitcases and tow, and we did Karen. And he was like, no. He's like, I'm going to beach. I'm like, no, I won't allow it. We both gave ourselves rhabdo. We were in St. Thomas.
Oh.
We could walk for like 3 days. We were walking peg-legged on the beach.
Freaking rhabdo.
He destroyed me.
So I just came up with this great idea, team. Between now and next time I ever come back in this garage, I'm just going to do one movement every day and try and beat Matt when I turn up. And he told me not to pick wall balls. Don't pick anything.
Don't pick anything. Matt O'Keefe.
1K. That was the last thing you had over me was a 1K time trial. I sold my soul.
I could push him to greatness.
I sold myself.
He's, I imagine he's got that I will never lose, or I will do everything I can to never lose anything mentality, a Michael Jordan-esque mentality. That's probably why he's 5-time champion.
Give me something. Just one thing.
Bet you play him in Scrabble and he's trying to bust your ass. He's like, bitch, I got that cue.
So there's a really cool gym down there called it's CrossFit St. Thomas, right? Right. We were.
You think Matt was that dude playing video games that threw the controller? Or do you think he had it together and he just went into hiding and played and played and played?
And I have like a pillar in the center of the gym and I have 4 targets.
I have a good Karen time like that. That was a good workout. It's like 440 something.
What's Karen?
Or whatever. And
I know these are like benchmark workouts, but what is Karen?
he dropped it. He did 3, and then he finished. But when he finished, the video was awesome. He drops the ball. And he just like struts out of the frame because I have the video and stares me down to the point where I like fumble the ball and I'm like, he isn't done. It's only 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Come on. Totally. Yep, that was it. That was the end of my fitness career. I've been less fit forever since then.
You look like you've just dropped into the block on your bike.
Low riding.
All right, what's the workout here? There's some chest to bar pull-ups, little clean and jerks. And before I get trolls in the comments saying he's doing cheating pull-ups, do one of those and then come back and message me. Look at how well he keeps that bar close to his body. That cycling time. Every single movement is a doppelganger of the next, or of the previous, I should say. I've done a fair share of my Metcons in my day, and ouch. Little toe to bar action. And some snatches. Power snatches. You know, I think this is one of the things that always needs clarification with CrossFit and new CrossFitters, people new to the space, is that, you know, when you're getting into it and you see athletes like Matt Fraser or, you know, Tia Claire Toomey on the female side, any of the professional CrossFitters doing things like cycling a barbell really fast or chest to bar pull-ups or just kipping movements in general, is the amount of volume they've accumulated over time to build up a tolerance in their joints and their connective tissues to do that properly is substantial. So it's very important that everybody, as they transition into this sport, is they spend a good amount of time, and I'm talking months, building up strict capacity in these movements and building good foundational movements and things like snatches and cleans before you try to perform them at a high degree. And I think any good CrossFit facility with coaching on staff will encourage that.
Now we're going to work out, team. Matt's already done a lot of working out.
Yeah, Craig, what have you been doing, man? You're behind the camera the whole time. I've seen you get after it. Okay, there we go. Get a little Concept 2 bike in. Craig with that physique, man. Give me a break, dude. I'm gonna make me eat an extra salad today. Coach goes on an all lettuce diet after watching a Team Richey video. Hey, there we go. Hey, that was fun. If you like this content, number one, I'd recommend going and checking out Team Richey, Craig Jas in the description below. Click there. They have a ton of great CrossFit vlog content, training content, a lot of good information, and I'm a fan as well. So I definitely check that out. I hope you enjoyed yourself today. It was something a little bit different. I think that as a synopsis, Matt Fraser is an absolute unit. He's an elite mindset and a work ethic that can teach athletes a lot about how to conduct themselves to make progress over time. So that's it. That's all we're talking about. Check out the rest of the stuff we have here, all different types of reactions, coaching content, and follow us on here on Instagram as well. We'll catch you in the next one. It's Coach Ty. COVID high five.